Hey everybody, Raymond, Two Drunk Brothers Garage here. It's July 2nd. I'm gonna do a little project right here. We pounded that pole in the ground when we had the excavator, so I'm just gonna do a real simple cable across, hook to there. It isn't gonna be really secure. It's just gonna be a deterrent. I'll hang a keep out sign from it. So I'm gonna drill a hole in the pole there, wrap the cable through the hole and out the top of the pipe and clamp it with some cable clamps, and then gonna mount a pad with a hoop on it over here with some leg bolts and hang a sign from it. So let's get some stuff. I'm just gonna use jigsaw up here instead of getting out my skill saw. Here's the jigsaw. Grab the cable. I had this laying around. That's the cable clamp and that pad with an eye on it. Got a private property no trespassing sign here. Get some leg bolts for that pad. Gonna need drill. Get the drill. Spare battery. Or battery. Gonna need impact to drive those leg bolts. Gonna need driver. I think those are 7/16 head. 7/16 it is. Little hearing protection. Eye and hand protection. Scrap board to mount that private property sign to. Drill bits. So that pipe is a piece of well pipe. So don't know if I'm going to have to drill a pilot hole and then go to the bigger one. That's probably what I'll do first, is drill a little hole and then come up with a bigger hole. I'm going to start with a little pilot hole and then I'll switch to 3/8 inch bit. And like I said, I'm just gonna drill a hole, I don't know, a couple inches down from the top, roll the cable up and out the top, and then pinch it shut with a couple clamps and then run it over and kind of droop it. Like I said, it ain't gonna be super secure. If people want to get in, they will, and I believe that if they want to get in, they're gonna get in anyhow. So like I said, this is just a deterrent with a sign. That's it. So let's see if we can get through this pipe. It actually went a lot better than I thought it was gonna. 3/8 should be big enough for the cable. There we go, hole drilled. I decided to change it up a little bit. I'm just gonna run that through there and probably put one clamp here just to bind it tight, and then I'm gonna leave both runs. I just pulled it through to where the ends are even, and then I'll double it back, make a loop with both of them here, hopefully get both cables in the clamp and clamp it down, and that way it's just 2 cables instead of 1, and I don't have to cut that cable up. And this is just temporary, so I don't know, it's probably 50 feet of cable, maybe 40 feet, but might be able to use it for something later. Anyhow, next thing I'm going to do is mount that eye here in the corner. I might have to get a little tiny block to get into that. I want to hit that corner stud, so I'm gonna have to go in a little bit, so I don't want to drill into that trim, so I got to come in that inch. But I think that's gonna work perfectly right there. Hopefully 2 of them will catch into the corner stud. Maybe all 4 will. We'll see. Now I just got to figure out kind of which height to go with it. Maybe a little bit lower than that. I don't know. Gonna go ahead and kind of get a level for this over there. Something like that should work. We'll go ahead and get this hoop mounted up there. Hopefully the leg bolts will catch in something a little substantial and hold her up there. Just drop one of them. That worked okay. I should have pre-drilled those 2 outer ones. I split my trim board there a little bit, but I think for the most part they sunk into 2x4 on the corner of the house. Like I said, it's just something to hang a cable from, folks. If people want to break in here, they're going to break in here. Doesn't matter what I got in there. But for the time being, this is just a temporary deterrent. Just something to say, hey, you know what? Don't want you guys driving back in here just because I got trailers and stuff. So eventually probably get a gate made. So my idea of using both sides of the cable and doubling it up isn't gonna work because my horseshoe bolt, I can't get 4 cables in it. So I'm just gonna close this end up here. This will be the end over on the house, and I'll get it locked down, and then I'll put the padlock on over on the house side, and then I'll pull the slack out of the hole there, clamp it on the pole side, and then grab a, I think I got a grinder with a cutoff wheel here. I'm not sure. Might be over at Ken's garage, the working garage. But I think I got a backup. If not, I got something to cut this with. Even if I got to use Sawzall with metal blade, we can get it done, I'm sure. Grab a padlock to lock that up in there. I think I got some floating around in here. Got all sorts of backups, but I think that guy right there's got the key in it. There we go. Padlock. Lock this side up. There we go. What it's going to be like. And now I'll go ahead and pull the slack through, tighten this guy up over here, and then figure out how I'm going to cut it. I don't know, maybe I want it drooping a little bit more than that, just so it ain't so hard to, and so they can't, well, still gonna lift pretty high, but once again, it's just supposed to be for a deterrent. Maybe a little bit higher than that. All right, let's get that clamped. So, option 3. I'm just going through the pipe. I went back over and ran the far end through the eye that I padlocked to the house over there, and brought it over here. And now I just have 3 wires, and I can get the 3 wires. Well, it's gonna make a liar out of me now because I just did it, but I can get the 3 wires in here with the clamp. Without having to cut this cable, which wasn't that big of a deal, but obviously I've been trying to avoid it for some reason. So now I just need to grab the gun, tighten that guy up. I'll get this other clamped on there real quick, and then there'll just be a little bit more substance to this whole thing. And I'm actually gonna flip those clamps upside down, I think, or one up, one down, I don't care. Alright, pull that tight a little bit. As good as she's gonna get. I'll go grab the gun. So I've got those ones clamped down pretty good, pinched in there. I'll probably come and hit this with a little bit of wire or something. Just put a couple little wraps of wire just to bind it together. And that's what I did over here. I just ran through the eye that I use for the padlock. If I had another clamp, I would put it right there, but I don't know, a little bit of wire twisted around there just to keep it from flopping. But, and then now I got to mount the sign on the board and wire tie that to there. But that's basically gonna be it. Got the 3/8 driver loaded up with a 1/2 inch deep well. Gonna go over and hit those 2 clamps that I was running out of room with. Just tighten these guys up a little bit. Alright, now I'm going to cut that piece of old T111 I had laying around and mount the private property no trespassing sign, so then I can hang it from the cable. And instead of getting sawhorses and everything, I'm just gonna set up here on the tailgate of the truck and go with it. I'm gonna leave a little extra so I can drill a couple holes in it. And this is gonna be a real square and level ordeal. Let me tell you, it's gonna be perfect. We got the jigsaw in the case. always like twisting my power cables in a knot like that in case you snag it, doesn't unplug it. I don't know. Anybody else do that? Hearing protection. We got the board cut out there. I'll lay this, I'll probably just line it up right here at the bottom. That piece there. Cut a couple, drill a couple holes. Put some wire on there. But first, I think I'm gonna glue that down and maybe a couple little tiny screws. I don't caulk gun, cutting pliers for that wire right there, because that's what I'm going to use to hang that board from. Found a tube of PowerPoint Proline 200 acrylic latex caulk with silicone. I'm just looking for something to stick this on here. Probably a bit of overkill. I don't know if that stuff's gonna actually stick on there and hold it down like glue or not. I figure it's better than nothing. Go get the staple gun. Got to drill a couple holes across the top. Now we'll go hang it up. I'm going to go ahead and put some wire around the triple cables there, and then I'll hang the sign up. There we have it, everybody. Simple and deterrent, like I said, just a deterrent. Not gonna stop a single thing from actually driving back here. If they hit this, it'll just blow it apart, but that's all right. All right, everybody, there's the finished product. Like I said, it's simple, just a deterrent. It isn't really going to keep anybody out of here if they really want to get back there. So just to deter, that's it. Actually, I just realized I do need to put one more, wanted to put a wrap of wire around there. So I'll do that. But you guys seen what I was doing there with the wire. So. Anyhow, now gotta clean up, put everything away, and call it a day. Well, I decided to unlock it, take it down, put it back up. I did get those wires on there, but she's a little too tight for me to hook back in and tighten up. It's real close. So I'm gonna just loosen those two clamps up, back that down about 2 inches, clamp them back up, work the slack back through that eye, and see if we can make this a little easier to get up off the ground. Okay, before I tighten it back down, I loosened that guy up, back the cable out that way, back down that way, fed it through the wires out to the loop. It's definitely hanging a little bit lower now, and I can unlocking it. It's still a little tricky, but I can at least walk it up there and hook it and lock it now. So, gonna call it done for the second time. I'll go ahead and tighten those back, or put those clamps back on, but it's a little lower, but that's all right. At least I can attach it and detach it now. Got all the tools put away. Still got the charger out because, well, the iPhone 7 has got a crappy battery, but got it locked back up. Got the clamps back on it. I think it'll work. Now, I believe it is that time. Kenny's at work, so this will have to be a long distance cheers to Ken. Cheers, everybody.
Hey everybody, I hope you like this video. Please subscribe, like, and comment. Cheers from Two Drunk Brothers Garage.